Hello friends, my name is Dr. Huma Hassan and let's complete our NCERT class 11 Sociology chapter, okay, Sociology and Society. So whensoever we are preparing for UPSC Civil Services, for Sociology Optionals, our basics has to be strong. And to make your basics strong, there is one book which is really very important, that is class 11 NCERT in the beginning. And then we do have different parts. You do have part B, part 2, and then you do have class 12, part 1 and part 2 books. Okay, so let's have a quick understanding on the remaining portions. So today we are going to understand how sociology is maintaining its understanding with respect to political behavior. As we know that sociology is a comprehensive science. Okay, sociology is a comprehensive science, so it is something which we have to keep in our mind always, that we sociologists are always interested in all aspects of society. Okay, so in the previous class we discussed that how sociology is maintaining its relation. Okay, so to understand that, we did have discussion on economy. Okay, so in that we did discuss that how sociology and economics are interrelated. Okay, so we did discuss interrelated nature of sociology and economics by focusing on social interaction. Okay, so what we are learning when we are looking at economical aspects, definitely we are understanding economical behavior. Okay, now another aspect, another aspect, okay, there are lot many aspects which we are interested in learning about society. Now another aspect which right now I'm going to discuss, it's about polity. Now what we are learning in this, we are again learning about political behavior. Okay, so you need to know that how sociology is now interrelated with political science. Okay, so see, political science is a discipline that is very much interested in knowing certain elements such as political theory, and then administration or governance. Okay, now when sociologists are learning about political dimension of society, we are very much interested in knowing political behavior. Now if I'll compare the relationship of sociology with political science, is definitely increased as compared to whensoever we are learning about the relationship of sociology with economics. So this is something fundamental for us to know. We are very much interested to know how power, authority, legitimacy works in society. As Gaetano have said, okay, Gaetano is an Italian sociologist. He says that we live in a social group. So humans live in a social group and that makes society. Now in a social group, it is but natural that some individuals will hold talent and naturally they are going to lead that social group. You must have seen in your own life, or you can just take an example of class nursery students, like, or go to class KG or 1, you will see that there are certain students, there are some students, okay, who are having extraordinary qualities to deal and to lead the class, and they then become monitor of the class. So this is what I have given a very like simple explanation. When you people are going to learn about your syllabus in UPSC Civil Services Sociology, that is your topic 7, politics and society, you there would learn that how power operates in society. How do you define power? So power is an ability to influence your own will or to exert your will on other with or without their consent. And then we have many components to discuss about power and structure. You do have Max Weber, we do have Karl Marx, and you would see that all sociologists are talking about polity, economy, social culture norms in together, because this is what makes sociology as a distinct discipline. We are learning about all aspects of society but differently. So sociological approach is different when we are learning about political science. We are very much interested in knowing political behavior. Nevertheless, definitely to learn about the political behavior, we are delving into political theories, right? Starting from Socrates to Plato to Aristotle to social contract theories. In fact, Karl Marx is always telling about that how you need to have a pure or right consciousness, and this consciousness is is an ideology, it's a core ideology of all political scientists. Okay, so they are talking about who should rule. As I have said, Socrates had reflected on the concept of justice. So you would see that when we are learning about the emergence of sociology, when we are learning about the subject matter of sociology, you would see that how in history we do have many political revolutions that actually shaped the discipline of sociology. So here we are learning about causes and effects. Always remember, always remember. So whensoever we are learning about the political dynamics, political behavior, we are learning that, okay, what political changes have lead to the transformations in society. So you would be very much interested in knowing the fundamental, the principal changes that had been brought up by French Revolution, American Revolution, and in the past there were so many revolutions. So for us, it is very important to know that how we are having anarchy, how we are having chaos in society whensoever we are trying to know about political behavior. So this is the core difference. So when political science students or political scientists are looking into the political structures of society, they are very much interested to know the formal, the formal behavior or the political theories, what these people are arguing. As I have said that for sociologists, again, the theories of Aristotle, Plato, or social contract theory, or Antonio Gramsci, you have Machiavelli. Yes, for sociologists also, these theories make sense. In fact, without learning about these political theories, you cannot develop any sociological understanding in your conscience. You do have to understand political theories, but with different approach. That is sociological approach. Okay, so it means that we need to have a sociological approach. And what is a sociological approach? So I can explain sociological approach by referring Auguste Comte's work. Auguste Comte have argued that sociologists must apply positivist approach. They must understand societal changes by using scientific methods. Now, by using scientific methods, I do have to understand political changes. Okay, I do have to understand political behavior. Okay, so this is the basic explanation which I have given to all of you. Now, when you would read about this one particular paragraph, you will see it is reflecting on the same core ideas which I have just explained. Okay, so you need to focus on the ideas, okay, from platter to marks, while courses or administration generally, okay. So we are trying to learn about the theories. So this one paragraph is going to tell you that what conventional political science focusing on. Okay, so conventional political science focusing on two elements like political theory and government administration, as I have explained. Okay, now they are not very much interested in political behavior the way sociologists are. Now what we are understanding when we are getting into the political science, we are trying to understand power as embodied in formal organizations. Okay, so see, evolution of power is very much important. Okay, so you will see that this power dynamics is not only a part of formal society or our mainstream societies. You would see that power operates at all levels. You see in your life, you see small groups of students or children. Even there, you can have reflections. There would be a display of power elements. Okay, so you would see, if we'll see the evolution of society, so power operates at clan level. Okay, if we'll go further at band level, so band is like two, like some families, and then the clan, and then you will see let's say I have left moiety, fairtree, I'm just coming towards tribe and then nations. Okay, so you would see that power operates at all levels. And to give you a more clearer explanation, so you would see power is there in indigenous. Okay, so power is there in indigenous society. Okay, that is tribal society. So power operates at rural and urban. So it means that power operates at all levels whensoever you are finding human settlement. Okay, तो जहाँ पे human settlement मिलेगा आपको, वहाँ पे आपको power dynamics देखने को मिलेगा. And this is what we sociologists are reflecting here. Okay. Now, sociology long shared similar interest of research. Whensoever we are trying to understand how power is happening, like how do we have power? So we are very much interested in knowing authority and so on. So you will see, as I have explained, Max Weber, he has exclusively explained that how we need to know about different types of authority. Okay, power and authority. He spoke that earlier in earlier societies, traditional authority used to work. So it was hereditary in nature. Or if you are coming from a patriarchal society, so your father would naturally will have large amount of power holding. Okay, so all the decisions and the influence of your male figure is important in patriarchal society. And if you are coming from matriarchal society, so role and the importance decision is being taken by mother or the female lines. Okay, so this is how society is different. So you do have a different society and different people holds power. So Max Weber has explained traditional authority, then further he has explained about charismatic authority. For example, you would see a one individual holds lot of power to influence, and then you have a rational bureaucratic authority. So rational bureaucratic authority is the authority or the nature of authority that is operating in our lives. Okay, so here you can see about the political sociology. So even in the recent Indian election, one has seen the extensive study of political patterns of voting. So this is what we are interested in. So we are always interested in knowing the patterns, okay, and patterns never lies, okay. So it's everything in our cosmic world, everything in our world, physical world, it is working on certain patterns. And sociology is a social physics, okay. Sociology is a discipline which is being considered as the queen of all other sciences. Here we are learning about the patterns that is not very apparent, okay, that is not very apparent in society. It is hidden, okay, and we need to work on those debunk motifs. Remember, I discussed that invitation to sociology in your earlier pages, Peter Berger, Zygmunt Bauman. So I am explaining each and everything on this chapter exclusively so that you people can make good notes, and you people should have more, I would say, benefits of my classes. So here, when I have explained about sociology and political science, I explained that how sociologists are reflecting on political behavior unlike political scientists. Now, for political scientists, the more important focus or the emphasis is on political theories and how central administrations work. But for us, it is very important to know about the political behavior. I am repeating that it is not at all that sociologists are not delving into the administrations or the theories. In fact, you cannot make your sociological analysis without knowing the political science. Often, whensoever I am explaining in my classes, students, they give me this comment that, ma'am, you know a lot of political science, you know all the theories, you know that how parliaments work, how president works. So let me just tell you that you people have to have increased knowledge base whensoever you people have thought that you are preparing for civil services. जब आप सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए आते हैं तो डेफिनेटली आपको पेपर 2 के लिए पॉलिटिकल साइंस पढ़ना होता है, कुछ प्रिस्क्राइब्ड बुक्स हैं एनसीईआरटी की, वो आपको पढ़ना होता है. तो वहाँ की जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, जो वहाँ की थ्योरीज आप पढ़ते हो, लाइक जब आप आर्टिकल्स के बारे में पढ़ते हो, आप फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में पढ़ते हो, लाइक यू नो इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ इंडिया, okay, whensoever you are learning about world politics or international relations, or you are understanding about Indian politics, Indian constitution, it is really going to help you in your sociology. तभी मैं बोलती हूँ कि sociology से अच्छा कोई ऑप्शनल नहीं है, ये सबसे ज्यादा ओवरलैपिंग है. ओके, जितने भी आपको सब टीचर्स के लिए उनका सब्जेक्ट बहुत अच्छा होता है, बट आई एम टॉकिंग ऑन द फैक्ट्स, आई एम टॉकिंग ऑन रैशनैलिटी. मैं एंथ्रो भी पढ़ाती हूँ, बट आई थिंक एंथ्रोपोलॉजी जितने स्टूडेंट साइंस से आते हैं और वो थोड़ा बहुत डेफिनेटली देखो उनको सोशल साइंसेस तो पढ़ना ही होगा, सो एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज अ गुड चॉइस फॉर देम. ओके, एंड इफ समबडी इज कमिंग फ्रॉम साइंस, डेफिनेटली आई हैव सेड कि कैसे आपको सोशियोलॉजी बेनिफिट में रहती है. इनफैक्ट कोई भी आपका स्ट्रीम हो, अगर आप सोशल साइंस के स्ट्रीम से आते हैं तो ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा रहेगा, इजी रहेगा. आप या सोशियोलॉजी ले लो या आप एंथ्रो ले लो. एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में भी बहुत ज्यादा बायोलॉजी नहीं है. आप लोगों को शायद ये फीलिंग आ रही हो कि अच्छा मैम तो अपने दोनों सब्जेक्ट्स को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं. नो, एंथ्रो में भी बायो इतना पार्ट नहीं है, बहुत बेसिक्स का पार्ट है जो आपको अपने जनरल साइंस सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए पढ़ना ही है. देखो, आपको सिर्फ एक सब्जेक्ट तो नहीं पढ़ना ना यूपीएससी के लिए, ऑप्शनल 500 मार्क्स का है, आई डू एग्री, बट आपको कोर्स सिलेबस भी देखना होगा ना कि सिलेबस कितना कम है और कितना आप को रिलेट कर पाओगे जीएस के सिलेबस से. तो बहुत सारे बच्चे पॉलिटिकल साइंस लेते हैं, उसका सिलेबस काफी वास्ट है. ओके, काफी वास्ट है. आई वुड से आपको छोटा कोई सिलेबस लो और उसकी क्लैरिटी जल्दी डेवलप हो जाए तो ज्यादा बेटर है. ठीक है. सो स्टूडेंट्स ऑफन आस्क मी दैट मैम एंथ्रोपोलॉजी लें या सोशियोलॉजी लें. सो एक क्लियर टिप मैं आप लोगों को दे रही हूँ. अगर आपको लगता है कि आप थोड़ा बहुत फैक्ट्स याद कर सकते हो और थोड़ी बहुत डायग्राम बना सकते हो, कमिंग फ्रॉम साइंस और सोशल साइंस, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी लो. अगर आपको ओवरलैपिंग आपका कोर है कि आपने कभी ऐसे नहीं लिखा, कभी आपने एथिक्स नहीं समझा, कभी आपने हिस्ट्री जीएस वगैरह नहीं समझा, राइट, और अब आपने स्टार्टिंग करी है, तो आप चाहते हो कि जो आपने ये जीएस की प्रिपरेशन करा है उसको आप अप्लाई कर पाओ, उसको आप करंट अफेयर्स के साथ जोड़ पाओ. ओके, तो आप सोशियोलॉजी लीजिए. अभी देखो, जैसे मैंने पॉलिटिकल साइंस आपको पढ़ाया, तो जितने भी बच्चे हैं जिन्होंने बेसिक लक्ष्मीकांत भी पढ़ा होगा और इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस को, थोड़ा बहुत भी आर्टिकल्स को याद किया होगा, आप देखोगे कैसे आपके पेपर 1 और पेपर 2 में सारा ही आपको हेल्प करेगा, बिकॉज यू डू हैव पॉलिटिक्स एंड सोसाइटी, और पेपर 2 में तो पूरे की पूरा जो आपका पॉलिटिकल साइंसेस की लर्निंग होती है वो हेल्प करता है. In coming lectures, I would be explaining you that what is the relationship of sociology we have with history. So I hope you people are getting genuine benefit from my endeavor and help. Thank you so very much.